We are just days away from the start of the 2014 fall season, but before we get there, you've got some catching up to do on the happenings around the WCC this last week. Welcome to the W.TV studio. I'm Amanda Blackwell. We'll start a little bit out of order chronologically before we get to the fall season. Let's take a look at what will be happening this winter. The men's and women's WCC basketball schedules were released this week. The double round-robin format will begin on December 27th and will conclude on February 28th with the basketball championships opening March 5th at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. For the complete schedules, visit WCCSports.com. The 2014 West Coast Conference men's soccer preseason poll was announced Tuesday. Last year's WCC champion Loyola Marymount University was picked to finish first by the coaches this season. The Lions earned 6 first-place votes. The number 2 spot went to Santa Clara, who received 2 first-place votes and 43 total points. The All-WCC preseason team was also announced. LMU has 5 players named to the 11-man team. For the complete lists, head on over to WCCSports.com. There's nothing better than seeing student athletes giving back to their communities, and this last week, both the LMU men's and women's soccer teams did just that by volunteering at the Soccer for Hope camp in Mission Viejo. The Lions have long been involved in this camp, which was started by a former pro soccer player named Oliver Wiss to raise awareness and funds for children with life-threatening diseases. The upcoming women's soccer season is basically guaranteed to be a fun one. Last season, we saw 3 teams tie for the WCC championship for the first time ever. And just like last year, this year, every game is expected to be a battle. But before that intense season starts, the Portland team got to have a little bit of fun. The Pilots were introduced on the field this past week before a matchup between the Seattle Reign and the Portland Thorns of the National Women's Soccer League. Between those 2 pro teams, there are a total of 8 Portland alums, including Christine Sinclair and Megan Rapinoe. And the current Pilots got a moment to see what their future just might hold. We know what the future holds in the WCC, a fantastic 2014 fall season. We'll see you next week when games will be underway.